Jumbo, fellow adventurers, Mike Dooley. Time for another spiritual tune-up. Thanks for all the great comments yesterday and every day. Thanks for all the great questions that you post below on the day of these broadcasts on Facebook or Instagram. That's where I get my talking points, bringing your lofty metaphysical concepts down to earth for you to have traction. We're talking about living deliberately and creating consciously, which is normally what we're talking about, to have a rocking adventure in these jungles of time and space. And the question today, what if what you want is not right for you? Specifically, Mike, just because I want to be in a certain place and want to manifest it, does that mean it's right? Will the universe take the wheel and show me where I truly need to be? Never. No way. The universe wanted to be you so that you could take the wheel and find out what lights you up, what turns you on, what floats your boat, what rows your oars. This is the whole adventure. It's all about what you want. You alone decide what's right. And the best barometer of what's right for you is what you want. As I shared yesterday, do not be thinking that you or we are base, animal, instinct-driven people as if that was a bad thing. Do not be thinking that if you truly got your way, you would plunder and pillage for as long as you could. If you truly got your way, and if any human being truly got their way, there would be so much more love, so much more empathy, so much more compassion. You are a spark of God. So is everyone else. Yet we're here to learn it, and in the process, we make some mistakes. There's ricochet, there's backfire, there are lots of unintentional manifestations. But everything that happens in the jungles of time and space, and everything that does not happen in the jungles of time and space, adds to who you are. And so rather than just be home and have a slow bake, follow your heart. Go out into the world. Trust yourself. Think not, and this is such a stumbling point, that God decides. Think not that the universe will put you on the right path. There's no right path. There's the path you want. Okay? Now, if you have and when you have an end result, as I always say, the end result programs the details, programs the path, programs the who's, the how's, the when's, the where's. So with your input, a dream, a desired end result, the universe will put you on the right path. But you have to have the dream or the end result. There is otherwise no right path. And there is no destiny, as I talked about very, very recently in the tune-up. There's nothing predestined. There's nothing you're supposed to do except follow your heart. You are who God Almighty most wanted to be. What's the alternative? That you were just next in line? That you drew the short straw? It's like, oh, I got to go down to time and space. Or that you are God and you're like, well, I don't really want to be Mike Dooley, but I've pretty much been everybody else. You are exactly, in ways unimaginable, to a T, God's greatest desire to be. That's who you are. Every single day, not just to be born as you, but to continue to be you. You are this moment who God most wants to be. Why? To experience what only you can experience. See, hear, and smell what only you can see, hear, and smell. And to feel with your heart what only you can feel. No one else ever has, nor ever will, feel with the capabilities you were born to feel. And you're going to feel the most when you go out and follow your heart. Let me check my notes here. I want you to cultivate your intuition. Yesterday, I shared a favorite reading, Ken Carey, The Third Millennium, A Return of the Bird Tribes. Those two books are off the charts. Ken Carey says, or this is channeled material of the most profound and high nature, when you learn to tune into your higher self, not your higher self that has different wishes than you, no such thing. Don't be thinking, well, what if I want this and my higher self wants that? I already addressed that in a spiritual tune-up. But when you are connected to your source, to your true identity, without false beliefs, without false personality, without false leaders, you will be guided with infallible accuracy. Can you imagine always knowing with supreme confidence in your heart and your mind exactly the next step, exactly the words to choose, exactly which item to purchase, A or B, generic or fashion brand? Can you imagine always having that sense? Okay, this is going to achieve every bell and whistle, check every box when you are an integrated, self-realized person, and it is so within your reach. Begin practicing and cultivating intuition. I practice cultivating my intuition if I'm looking between two different brands of coffee. I'm like, it's like, go within, which feels right, which makes sense and feels right. Do it with the little stuff, the teeny stuff. Should I take a nap or not? Should I have a bagel or a muffin? Should I, in the simplest of ways, every moment of every day, tune in. Tune in. Don't be rash. Don't let it be just an ego thing. But to wrap this up, even if it was just an ego thing, even if you chose wrong, you followed a desire, like Mike Dooley said, but it was a false motivator based on justification or some other trivial reason. What better way to learn of your folly? What better way to learn that you could have chose otherwise? What better way to learn that that which you pursued isn't what you really wanted than to get it? Pow! Nothing I could ever say or anybody could say would be more powerful or meaningful to you than you following your heart and saying, hey, it's not all that. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go better. I'm going to do something else. And you will treasure the memories and be grateful for the journey that you followed that led to that thing that brought illumination so that you could go higher, farther, better, faster, forever and ever. God is not deciding. Your higher self is not deciding. You are here to decide, and it is so within you to decide. And don't think you have to have some sacred connection with your intuition. Hell, just do the best you can, and you will be cultivating it. You're not missing anything. Okay, thanks for these great questions. Another great one is on deck for tomorrow based on this exact topic, and this one is about working in the job you hate at the mall. My parallel metaphor yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to tell you when to know it's time to quit that sucker. Okay, thanks for the great questions. Post them below right now. Tell me what the weather is. Share these with your friend. Give me a thumbs up, some stars, some waving. Nothing helps the algorithms more than your engagement. So I thank you so much for all of that. Have a great day on Facebook. Casey, Diana, Winnie, Patty, Elaine, and Agnes on Instagram. George, Yay, and Ezra, Linda. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. It's going to be Friday. Have a great Thursday. Hasta la pronto.